So like that was the first line. Easy. I came through with the intentions of destruction. Got to. This beat flies what? So it started there, and I was from doing a lot of shadow work, like I was telling y'all this past, winter time, just getting accustomed to like Pluto and Scorpio energy. Like that was the vibe of the winter time and what was going on, with so many elements to like different things that was going on that kept bringing me back to Pluto, Scorpio. So it's just like, that's the goddess of transformation, death, and rebirth. So like a lot of the bars and a lot of the elements for me in this verse and in the video and stuff, it just kept popping out like that vibe, Pluto Scorpio. So came through with the intentions of destruction. You said you wanted freedom. Well, it's me then that you wanted. So like, y'all know when I do like Let's Nobodies, we strive for the off-grid living, helping y'all get in tune with the fact that y'all spirits in a human body rather than y'all human looking for spirituality. We've been, rooted in earth instead of rooted in Keter, in Mayat the way we supposed to be. So like, I had that vibe. Then it was like, I'm moving gratitude as my soul was being summoned. That was the shadow work, moving my progressive chart to my draconic chart. I'm being summoned right now. I'm about to come into my solar plexus. I can't wait to. The consciousness has returned. Christ is really coming. Because everybody be talking about Christ coming back, but like nobody ever talks about the Christ in you. Like you are Christ coming back. Like you be praying to yourself. You be having all these mindsets and stuff. We don't know how to go inward. So like, that was like an inward type of rhyme. I made this flow for the souls that's drenched in indigo. For those people that know they indigo kids. I made some goals for their glow since they was embryos. So since y'all was in the womb, like womb to the tomb, like we had this already. We knew what was supposed to happen. Access the records, they lectures, keep your principles. I'm talking about Akashic records here. Your spiritual DNA, that's your story from the beginning. Enemies infect you, don't let them. We reaching pinnacles. So the enemy gonna come, we ain't gonna let them go. We going where we need to go. What I say next? Enemies infection, don't let them. We reaching pinnacles. Something is embedded in religion. They wound up in your soul. That's why you feel tension. You feel tension because you're taking religion instead of spirituality, where spirituality teaches you that you are a spirit first, where religion teaches you you're a human first in search of saving, and spirituality and all this stuff is outside of you. And that's why you feel tension in your kundalini, because your kundalini cannot rise in religion. Your kundalini stays in fear. It stays in that root chakra that's understimulated. So you always gonna feel tension if you choose religion. And then I was like, I'm remixing declensions before Sumerians existed. So that was very layered. Y'all been following me on Virgo Virgin Talk. The last season we did was very much rooted in Sumerians and the beginning knowledge and history there, on top of the fact that me and my son have been learning Latin because we want to make our own language up. So we've been playing, learning the declensions of Latin words and stuff like that. So that was a combo of those two things going on in my life. So we remixing the language, we making a new language. We speaking new spells since before the Sumerians, because I want y'all to go back. A lot of us got stuck on parts of history that we like the most. So I want y'all to go back even further than that. Don't get caught up in the water. You'll get acidic. They doing all this crazy stuff to the water, the poison in the water going on. You're gonna get acidic. And then that also brings you back to the Something in the Water concert that Pharrell does in Virginia. I was thinking about that. Then I was thinking about the Lemonade song Pharrell did with Rihanna, where he was like, you'll get acidic. So like it was just like a lot of Pharrell music there in alignment with Oya being about water, and then the water being acidic right now. And then what I started talking about, I'm the Iliad, I'm the Witcher. I watched The Witcher. Y'all know he got Illy, the dude that was playing the little ukulele following The Witcher and shit like that. Make some songs about me.
Right.
I get my pinnacles, I bury my enemies, I pay my witnesses. I don't gotta kill the witnesses. I'm gonna pay you. got it. People see the demon in me and they still pause to respect us. So even though I'm coming to y'all from an angelic form, I want peace, spirituality, da 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 da. I still got demons in me, bro, and like they just as important. And you gonna pause to respect both sides of us. I need no
Facts.
translation. Our goddess Universe, she got a song called Translation. So I played around with that. My throat mansplaining, that's the masculine side of me, on top of the fact that I'm a Virgo stellum. So I got a lot of shit in my Virgo, my throat, my throat mansplaining while my yoni do the work. That was the yin and yang within me, my ability to manifest. But at the same token, my yoni is the real, my yoni is the womb that's making things happen, so it's the combination of both. And then mask off, crowns on, bombshell on all the arcs. I'm coming into that space of first of all, my sisters, I do a goddess retreat with my sisters, every year. It's a virtual retreat, and that's my goddess Kiana. She does the mask off, crowns on podcast. And then the other goddess I'm in alignment with, Lakia Lee, her podcast is called Bombshell 1111. And the three of us came together and started doing the goddess mastermind retreats. So I was just like, let me put a shout out to my sisters up there, bro. So I put it up there. And if y'all pay attention to a lot of my verses and a lot of songs that I've done throughout, my discography history since 2020, I do shout all of my sisters out in some type of way, shape, or form. And it's just a beautiful alignment. I ain't even had to put Roxy in the verse because she was in the video being my guardian angel,
Right,
so
right.
she got the spotlight, by default. You feel me? So
Mm-hmm.
I really love how all that played out. That's my verse. Now, Enoch, you do your verse so I can cheese. Cause I know why your verse is your verse.
My verse, my verse is basically Enoch the seventh prophet move like the four winds do. So it's just basically I move north, south, east, and west. News. If you look at the word news, you get the news from each part of the globe, north, south, east, and west. So I consider myself in that point as like, one of the elders, one of the elders in where I'm at in life. So where I'm at in the video, how I want to portray myself within the video. So Enoch Seven Prophet move like the four winds do. My energy is old school, right? So I say my energy is new school, my thoughts are old school. So I move with a bop slim, say I'm sexy. Haircut like Anita Baker, real lovely. Caught up in the rapture, it's kind of risque. Kisses on faces in public is kind of frisky. Touche. So I'm just playing around with certain aspects of my life. Is when I say, a lot of people think I'm younger than what I am. Like I'll be 50 in August. A lot of people would think, oh, damn, maybe a little younger than that because of my energy and how I move and, you know, being very active. But I still move with a bop. I got an old school thoughts. I may have a new school energy, but my thoughts are still old school. There's certain things I ain't gonna do because my thoughts are still old school. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things I ain't gonna say because my thoughts are still old school. I'm not gonna curse around my mama. The new school cats curse around their mamas. My energy is young, but my thoughts are old school. So, so I move with a bop. I do walk with a bop because I'm from DC. A lot of cats move with a bop out here in DC. You know what I'm saying? So, and Slim say I'm sexy. Okay. Haircut like Anita Baker, real lovely. So she had a haircut that was like Anita Baker's. So I said, damn, I'm gonna use that. Haircut like Anita Baker, real lovely. Caught up in the rapture, it's kind of risque. But kissing and faces on public is real frisky. Touche. So when you kiss your loved one in public, that's kind of frisky. It's like, oh, okay. Where'd that come from? So, and my touche was like, this is it. The song is over. I'm getting off the block. So that's my verse. Too layered and heavy as Sunshine's was because I didn't want to over sunshine it. I didn't want to overshine what she was saying. I just wanted to compliment the verse. And the reason she's the features for me, you supposed to bang out the track. You supposed to rip it. Whoever you want to feature with, that's your job. Because my job is just to compliment the feature. Even though it's my record, it becomes our record now because You're promoting it. I'm promoting it. We're moving it as a unit. But Sunshine was the feature, and Sunshine remained. She was like the face of the song, and I was just playing my position is just making sure my verse was kind of marrying, intertwining to what she was saying. And big up to King C. He's the one that made that beat. He's the my business partner in Chakra Music. So my verse was just to, be fun and enjoyable. Her verse was just to hit your ass in the head, make you think, and keep it moving.